Leadership is more than influence, it's impact. And sometimes the most powerful form of leadership is showing up when people need it most. Tonight we're putting hope in motion because leaders just don't talk about change. They create it. This is the 30. Let's get started. Hello there, gang. Welcome to the 30. I am your host. I'm excited about today. I have two guests joining me. We're calling this one Hope in Motion. Leaders respond, rebuild, and reconnect. Because leadership is at its best when we are serving others. When there's a need, we have leaders that meet that need. When there are communities that need rebuilding, leaders step up and says, yes, I am going to assist. And when people need to be connected with, there are leaders that step forth and said, I want to do that and build hope or bring hope. So tonight we're featuring two powerful segments. The first, we'll hear from a local fundraising efforts, local in terms of the Rochester community, in an effort to support our brothers and sisters in Jamaica and help them to rebuild the country, their individual communities. And what can we do, whether you are here locally or if you are abroad? We're going to talk about how can you help to rebuild the island of Jamaica. So let's bring our first guest. And welcome to the 30. This is her first time on the 30. I'm going to ask her to tell us about who she is and what she represents and what organization she represents. So, Portia, welcome to the 30.
Thank you, Patrick, for having me. I'm happy to be here.
All right.
My name is Portia Nisbeth, and I am representing the Rochester Jamaican organization tonight. And I also am representing the island of Jamaica, being the daughter of Jamaican immigrants.
Awesome. So you are here because there's an event that's coming up shortly. But before we do that, let's talk about what is going on the ground, what is going on in Jamaica, what is happening, and what type of impact have you heard that has taken place?
Well, for those who may not know, Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 storm, hit Jamaica on October 28th, and it caused tons of devastation and ripped out electricity, and people have lost their homes, and it affected certain parishes more than others, those being St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Trelawney, Hanover, Westmoreland, and St. James, which is more on the eastern and southern part of the island. So what I have seen, just mostly watching the news and being on social media and just kind of getting some updates, is there are a lot of, the government has stepped up and set up a fund where you can go online and donate, but I've also seen a lot of different charities and foundations that have been putting together bags full of toiletries and food and clothes and all types of things, water that people need. I've also seen Jamaican musicians that we know, Sean Paul, Shaggy, Spice, Shensia, Beanie Man. They have, most of them have foundations as well. They have been on the ground, literally boots on the ground themselves, with a whole bunch of volunteers, putting bags together, bringing water and food and lumber and supplies and all types of things to the most affected neighborhoods. So I have seen a lot of work being put in Jamaica. It's not something that is going to be fixed overnight. This storm really, really devastated certain parts of the island. I just got word yesterday that in Ocho Rios, they just got power back. And so they didn't have power for 16 days.
Wow.
Which, you know, when you think about that, that's a really long time. So, you know, there's so many people, especially in like the really rural parts of the island, that still may not be getting the help they need. You know, from what I've seen, this hurricane ripped up some roads. It kind of, people have been saying it looks like an atomic bomb hit the island. So there are some places that people can't get to, unfortunately, you know. So there are a lot of people that may not be seeing any help, but it's definitely a day by day process. And any help that we can give, you know, being in Rochester of Jamaican descent or from Jamaica, we're trying to help as much as we can.
Awesome. We know the first thing in terms of help is prayer. That's the number one thing that we want to focus on. We also know that the Rochester Jamaican organization is doing a series of events this weekend. Let's speak about that, and then we'll also talk about how individuals can help in that effort.
Yes, the Rochester Jamaican organization, along with community partners and friends, are hosting Jammin' for Jamaica, and it is a 3-day hurricane relief fundraiser. It starts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. At Tropics Eatery and Lounge, which is 4775 Lake Avenue. And we're raising funds to support families in Jamaica who've been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Specifically in the St. Elizabeth Parish, that's where we're starting our work. We have a few members in the RJO who have family there who have been affected, lost their homes, and they've been keeping in touch with them, sending pictures and all of that. So what we have been doing so far, we've raised about $40,000. And we have a goal of $200,000. But with the $40,000 that we've raised so far, every single dollar, 100% of the proceeds, and I have to say that again, 100% of the proceeds are going directly towards purchasing and shipping critical supplies. And that includes generators, tarps, chainsaws, water, and more. And they actually have been purchased already and are being sent down there. So far, we have over 200 generators purchased and tons of supplies that have already been sent.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So it starts when? Is it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
So the event is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, November 14th to the 16th. Tomorrow, it is from 6 to midnight. And the first night will be like a DJ extravaganza. There will be several local DJs spinning Caribbean vibes. We have DJ Fada Cat, Color Shine, Fire Kid, DJ Maestro. And then on Saturday night, that starts at 4 p.m. and goes till midnight. We're going to have live music with I Steel, Freddie Colon Latin Jazz Quartet, Mosaic Foundation, Pink Steppas, Ignite Reggae Band, and DJs as well. So that's going to be more of like a live music night. And that's reggae, Latin, jazz all of the above. And then on Sunday, that is going to be from 2 to 6 p.m. It's called Jamaica Jazz that day, and it'll be performances from Jimmy Highsmith, Paradigm Shift, Nicolette Ferguson, who's from Garfagan Dance. She will be doing a dance. L. St. John Steel Band, and others. There will be food available, and we are asking for attendees to make a $40 donation at the door. So every night, there will be a $40 minimum donation requested at the door. And we feel like, with that, people can give more if they like. But, that's a starting point to helping us reach our goal.
Awesome. Portia, what about those that are not in the immediate area of Rochester? Because the 30 is broadcast, as you know, live across the world. What about those that want to give but are not here in Rochester? Is there a website? Is there a number that they can call? What can they do?
If you aren't in the Rochester area, you can go to the RJO website. It's rochesterjamaican.org. So that's ORG. And there is a donation button. You click on it. You can donate as much as you'd like.
Great. And again, because sometimes we get a little cynical when it comes to giving, right? Mm-hmm. And I want everyone to hear what you're saying. You said 100%, not 95, not 90, 100% of everything given is going to the relief fund.
Yes, 100%. And I think that's very important to say. And I'm glad you repeated it, because, there are other foundations or even the government that are, some proceeds are going, and no one ever really knows what some means, but 100%. And I do appreciate the fact that Rochester Jamaican Organization has already used the money that they've been receiving through donations to purchase tons of supplies. So, we're not sitting on this money. We are using it as it comes in, because obviously the people need help and they need it quickly. So we're just trying our best to get it to them in a timely manner.
Portia, as we wrap up this segment, could you give our viewers again the website that they can go to in order to give and contribute to the fund? You said the goal is 200,000, and right now you've collected 40,000. So yes. Give the website one more time.
The website is rochesterjamaican.org.
Okay. All right. Is there any last words that you'd like to tell our viewers and encourage them to give?
I have to say that I understand that it's a very interesting time just in the world right now. There's a lot going on in America, of course, with our government and things like that. So I understand that asking people to give may seem a little insensitive at the moment. So I'm always going to acknowledge that piece. But for the people who do have it to give or really want to help, I just encourage you to just think of the devastation. Think of losing your home, and, not having anywhere to go, or not even having water to drink, or any clothes or any toiletries or food for yourself or your children. This is a natural disaster. There were some people who were able to leave, but a lot of people couldn't evacuate, and they just, need all the help that they can get at this moment. So I do encourage you to give if you can.
Portia, thank you so very much. Again, it is rochesterjamaican.org.
Yes.
And if you would like to give this weekend, if you are in the Rochester area, Monroe County, and what is the location again, Portia?
The location is Tropics Eatery and Lounge. It's 4775 Lake Avenue.
All right. And that is Friday evening, Saturday, and then
Evening.
Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
Right. And Sunday afternoon would be jazz. And I saw on the brochure gospel.
Yes.
Okay.
Jazz and gospel on Sunday. Saturday is more live bands, and Friday is all about the DJs.
All right. Portia, thank you so much. And we will definitely continue to assist and bring light to what's taking place with our brothers and sisters in Jamaica. So thank you. God bless you. And keep us and let us know what's taking place and how we can help as we go forward.
Okay. Thank you so much, Patrick. God bless you as well.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
So we've just heard from Portia. She is with the Rochester Jamaican organization. If you can help out, the events take place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or you can simply go to their website, rochesterjamaican.org, and make a contribution so that we can help in terms of rebuilding the beautiful island of Jamaica. All right. So thank you for that. So what we've just heard is leadership in action, compassion in helping others, leaders helping others, people stepping up to help others in need. That is an immediate impact. And in the same spirit of connection and purpose, I'm going to bring my next guest on. I met him, let's see, in our last cohort that we did at the city of Rochester. And I was impressed from where he started to where he ended. And he also attended our Connect session, our breakfast leaders and entrepreneurs Connect event. So I'm going to bring him in, and we're going to talk about leadership and his experience, and talk about what he got from the event, and just hear from him as a whole. So, Manuel, welcome to the 30. This is your first time. Tell our viewers who you are and what you do.
My name is Manny Ortalaza, and I work for the city of Rochester. And I work at the Neighborhood Service Center. So we do a lot. There's really too much to tell. A little bit of everything, and I've been there just over 10 years now. So
awesome. And we met. You and I met when we came in and did our cohort. You were cohort 11.
Yes.
Right. Awesome. Yes. And then you also attended our Leaders and Entrepreneur Connect event. So let's talk about that. Let's talk, because I'm excited about this. Equally excited about the first segment with Portia, but just want to talk with you about your leadership journey and where do you see yourself going next, and some of the things that you've experienced. So the floor is yours.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Connect hour, I believe it was maybe almost 2 hours. We had the Connect event, and, we had some premier access to this new coffee shop that's downtown, which was great to see some entrepreneurs, putting it all out there. And so that was fun. But yeah, we got to really get together and share experiences. I got to meet lots of community leaders, business leaders, people that are really operating at the top of their game. And so just to be around them and that exposure is great. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I think practice networking, right? So sometimes if you haven't had a lot of experience doing the networking thing, that's the practice. So it allows you to get in the reps, what questions to ask, what to do. So, for people that don't attend lots of networking events, it's pretty easy going, and it's great practice.
Now, you and I met, as I said, when we facilitated our cohort 11 at the city of Rochester, and you sent me an email, which was it was very emotional for me. It's very touching.
Oh, yes.
And I want to thank you for that, of the impact that the training had on you. Do you want to share something about that, or do you prefer not to share?
You can read it if you want, but I do remember what it said. And The training just really touched me because, no one has ever really invested that much into me. So I'm incredibly thankful to the city of Rochester for what they're doing to help cultivate and build leaders. And man, it was 12 weeks, I think. And, there was lots of tools that were given to me, books, ideas, things that really made me think. It was food for thought. It's something that I've been searching for. And I try to do that on my own, but to have just a cohort of people all together, trying to become better people, better leaders. And then, as I said in my letter, it didn't just help me become a better leader. It helped me become a better father, a better husband, a better coworker. So it helped me see things in myself and new growth, and that's really just a wonderful thing. It's like a gardener. If your plant starts to get new growth on it, man, you're just so excited. So as a person, for me, it was like seeing new growth in myself, and so it meant a lot. And I wanted to share that with you and let you know how much it affected me.
And I certainly appreciate that. And on behalf of our team, we certainly appreciate that. And that's what it's all about, right? That's what we do. We do training and development. We train leaders and develop them. We also do coaching, and we also go in and help teams move from where they are to where they should be. That's what we do as an organization, the Jackman Group LLC. So let's talk about what was most impactful for you throughout those 10, 11 weeks of training. And by the way, it is a specific training for the city of Rochester, but we also have other trainings that people can attend, both in person as well as virtual. And if your organization, any organization out there, would like us to come in and develop your leaders, or if you yourself would like to go to the next level in terms of your skill, developing your skill, we can help you do that. I will give you some information towards the end as to how you can contact us. But what was most impactful for you, Manuel, during the training?
There was a lot. I mean, I think one of the ones that stuck out to me most was I learned that the real victory isn't just my own growth, but it's helping others to grow. And, you guys poured into us, into that cohort, and we had a lot of fun and we learned a lot. But what you said was, leaders are defined by how many people they lift up. And I think that was the one that really touched my heart. And I was like, wow, because I felt like I was being lifted up and I couldn't wait to get back to the office to help other people, feel that feeling, to find that new growth, to know what their potential is and what they can do. Sometimes this might be a terrible word, but we can become institutionalized. You're just in that loop every day of doing the same thing over and over. And it's a course like that that really can push you out of that loop, get you to see things, reflect. And it's just, I don't know how to put it into words. It's so helpful. And I couldn't wait to share it with my colleagues and my coworkers, my team members. And so that was the most impactful thing for me. And I've had a chance to sort of practice my lead. I'm sort of a junior leader right now. I'm practicing. I'm trying to get ready for those big games. And I'm helping to train some new team members, and I'm allowing them the space to make mistakes. And I'm asking them questions about things instead of giving orders, right? A lot of leadership that we see, or I've seen in the past, is sort of, you just do this or do that and sort of giving orders. And through the leadership lead on development program, it gave me that different perspective. We can just ask questions. It doesn't have to be giving orders. And sometimes you do, right? One person in the class gave a great example of, when it's health or safety or life, there's sometimes going to be orders, but sometimes you got to get people to get there and arrive there on their own. allow some opportunity for them to make mistakes, because we can learn a lot from those mistakes. And so that's the one thing that I know that I've been able to implement since taking the course.
Awesome. What is next for Manuel and your leadership journey?
I don't know. It's really hard to connect the dots until you get there, right? I never knew that I would be here. I started a career in finance. It was my dream to be, working with money and mortgages and investments and all that sort of thing. So I never would have dreamed that I would have been here. I'm very grateful and thankful that I am, because the work that I do allows me to give back to the community. That I can be. And wherever that takes me, I'll be fine with that. And I know it's going to be great things. I'm not sure what it'll be, but just being the best at what I'm doing right now is really the goal.
Awesome. Now, I think your wife connected with us on either on LinkedIn or Facebook, I think.
Okay.
And your wife is a realtor, right? Is that?
Yes, she is a realtor with Our Realty.
Right.
Our Realty Rochester.
So she's obviously seen the growth in you. So she says, okay, let's connect with Patrick or the Jackman Group.
Yeah, she's really the person that's good with all the social media. As a realtor, it's really the way you get out your information to your customers and such. So yeah, she's seen the change and transformation in me. She sometimes says that I treat other people better, and I do. I give them that patience, right? But sometimes when I'm home, so I'm still working on that. But
we're all a work in progress, man. None of us have arrived. We're all a work in progress. So we will get there prayerfully sometime, but in the meantime, it's the journey. It's not the destination.
That's right. We're enjoying the journey.
Absolutely. So I know you were talking about the benefits of attending the Leaders and Entrepreneur Connect. And I'm happy to report that we're going to have another in-person one in January.
Excellent.
So I hope that you'll attend that. But here is something that we're going to do in a couple of weeks. And this is just a pre-announcement of what we're going to do for those that are around the country, around the world. We're actually going to host a virtual Leaders and Entrepreneurs event. And that is going to be in December. So we're excited about that. Because why keep it local when others can join, right?
Sure.
So what was your biggest takeaway, so that others can see or hear from you? What was your biggest takeaway that was most impactful from our event a couple of weeks ago?
As I said, meeting new people and sharing experiences. I think as we learned in Lead On, you said this, or it was part of the coursework. It's not about who you know, but who knows you.
Mm-hmm.
So networking is important. Learning together is important. Having that fellowship is important. So you can't miss it. You gotta do it. I mean, I don't know that there's anyone else offering something similar, or at least as good. It's got all the good, strong leaders that are attending. So got to get out there and got to meet new people.
So lastly, as we wrap up, what would you say to someone that's on the fence? And by the way, it is not a paid event. This is a free event. We just wanted to bring leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs together and just kind of fellowship, get together, exchange of ideas, exchange of thoughts, connect with each other. And that's what we'll be doing. It is going to be on, I think I said December. We're looking at it at December 9th. And that's the virtual one. That's Tuesday, December 9th. So consider this a pre-announcement to the real announcement to come. That is going to be on Tuesday, December 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you were to say, why should someone attend our Leaders and Entrepreneur Connect event, what would you say is the value of it, Manuel?
The value is, as I said earlier, just, making the connections, meeting new people, and getting in those reps of, we do so much Zoom now. Everything is online, and these in-person events, the people that you meet, the skills that you learn, the information that gets shared inside of those conversations, that we played a game together. It's just too much to tell you. They got to come out and check it out. They won't be disappointed.
All right. Manuel, any last words as we end?
No, Mr. Jackman, as always, I just thank you so much for the work that you do, and, giving this information to people so that they can grow and develop. It's great work, and I appreciate you for all the impact you've had in my growth and development. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Manuel. I thank you for being a student. I thank you for allowing myself and my team to pour into you, and we look forward for great things in store for you professionally as well as personally. So just keep plugging. Don't give up. Just keep moving along, because at the end, greater things are there for you. Okay.
I appreciate that. That's some great fuel. I like that. And those connect events. That's the one thing that maybe I didn't mention. It's just great fuel to keep you going, to keep you engaged, and make you feel connected. So hopefully people will come out.
Awesome. Great. Well, God bless you and your family. Say hi to your wife and your family for us, and we will connect down the road.
Thank you. Good night.
Right. Good night. So we've been talking, the first segment was with Portia, and she talked about the importance of helping and serving and assisting others. So again, if you would like to give and donate to the Rochester Jamaican organization, it is rochesterjamaican.org, and 100% of the funds go to rebuilding Jamaica. In the second part of it, our segment, I spoke with Manuel in terms of leadership, his leadership journey, what he gained from attending one of our leadership development trainings, and also from our Connect breakfast. And our next one in person will be in January, but we will be hosting our Leaders and Entrepreneurs Connect virtual. And that's going to be Tuesday, December 9th. And I will give you more information on that. That is going to be online, virtual, and that will start at 11 a.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And that is Tuesday, December 9th. And that is part of our Connect activity, where we want to bring leaders of all persuasion, leaders from all industries, whether it is for profit, not for profit, small business, ministry. We want to bring leaders together, entrepreneurs, professionals, and we're just going to have a grand old time as we prepare to celebrate, finish strong, and celebrate the holidays. So more information to come. I want to thank you for being here on the 30, whether you are rebuilding communities or strengthening relationships. Remember, hope is leadership in motion. Thank you to my guests. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the 30. Until next time, keep leading, keep growing, and keep making an impact. May God bless you and your family. We will see you next time.